So if I were to ask you to write, now this isn't a really, really big number, but it's a good place to start. We take 4,100. We're going to write that in scientific notation, okay? The decimal right now is there, okay? Now, where could I put my decimal? Where could I rearrange my decimal so that I have a value that's between 1 and 10? Where could I put my decimal? Africa? In between what and the what? Good. So let's do that. I'm going to now put my decimal between the 4 and the 1. So now, 4.1. Definitely 4.1 is between 1 and 10. Look at what you had. Here is my decimal. Now, I've got to go 3 places to get to my original decimal. Using a power of 10, 10 to the, how many places? 3, 10 to the third. You okay? No, because this is going to be this. It's going to be what we started with. It's just, this is just another way of writing that. Okay? Let's take a look at another example. A what?
Is there a limit to like how many spaces you can move?
No. Yep. Okay. So now here we're getting into the really large number territory. 34,600,000. Where now can I put my decimal so that I have a value that's in between 1 and 10? Sophia? Between the 3 and the 4, okay? So what is my digit now that I'm going to use? 3.46. Are there any other digits besides 0 here? No. So then I'm good. I can stop at the 6. Times. Now, it's good to just keep your decimal there. Then you just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 to the 7. Don't start counting. Don't start counting after the 6. Okay? You start counting after the decimal. Okay? 3.46 times 10 to the 7. Okay? Try another one on your own. Between the what? 1 and the 0. So 1.04, right? I got to make sure, times 10 to the what? Don't finish what? It's just another way of writing this. Okay. Now, scientific notation. Where have you heard notation before? Like bar notation, right? I could write, 0.3333333 a million times, or I could just put 0.3 with a bar over the top of the 3, right? Just another way of writing it. Court reporters have a whole different way in which they keep track of records in court, like different, All right, so that's just going to give us our original back. Okay? Yeah?
I know about that. My I was on my job. He told us that you just like out like the sounds and like you struggle to translate what you hear like the first like words.
Mm-hmm. My mother-in-law is a court reporter too. Okay. It also works the other way. Scientific notation. So as opposed to being a really, really, really big number, this is a really, really, really small number. But the principle remains the same. Where, yeah? 4 zeros and a 6 7. Bless you. Where now will I put my decimal here to still give me that value between 1 and 10? Keith? Between the 6 and the 7. So let's go ahead and put it there. 6.7. But if I go by a positive power, I'm going to move my decimal this way. So I need to go by a negative power. And how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till I get to the decimal. So 10 to the 5 places. So.
If you don't stop right there, you're just gonna have a lot of zeros.
That's why I'm using this different color. Zero points. Four zeros, 1, 4, 5. Try it. Let's see, who's my special helper? Kennedy. Where am I? You're my special helper. Where am I going to put my decimal to give me a value between 1 and 10? Okay, so let's just put that blue decimal there and make that a 1.45 times 10 to the, well, how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it a regular 5? Okay, so if it's a really small one, if you go to the left, if you got to move your decimal to the left, it's going to be negative. Okay, otherwise it's positive. Positive means you're going to go 5 places after it this way. If it was a regular 5. Okay. 7.1 times 10 to the 4th. So now you're just going to go backwards. Now you're just going to... Here's what I recommend. Okay, I recommend just taking the 7.1, rewriting it. Since it's a positive power, that means I'm going to basically go 1, 2, 3, 4, and fill in comma. That's a comma.
I did not know what that was.
Okay, but like, remember how we had that top where that was like that one decimal in there already? Wait, no, never mind. Scratch that.
No decimal? Like 6 times 10 to the 3rd?
There's 6 times.
No? Well, where's my decimal in 6? So 1, 2, 3. comma. You go. There you go. This is why I recommend just rewriting the digit between 1 and 10 that you're working with. Because now if I'm going to go 6 places, it's a negative, I'm going to go to the left, right? So one of those 6 is already going to be occupied just getting it in front of the 3. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Yeah, I mean, like Mia said, especially with these, you always have like one less 0 than it says. So if there's to the 6th, the -6, you'll have 5 zeros. Because at first, on all of them, because it's always going to be one place, because it's always going to be a value between 1 and 10, okay? It's always going to take that 1 just to get you in front of that digit. Okay? You good? Do you need more? You one of each? Here. Do the first one. You can do the second. Yeah, I forget you can do the second one.
What? He doesn't have the clock.
My head been up for like 2 minutes.
But your mouth been running for like hours.
No, I haven't. Hey, hello. You got it wrong.
Is that a 9 or
Oh, wait, no.
I'm not that
you're
good.
done before the convicted stuff?
You're dumb because it's the wrong answer.
Okay. So here's my 2.4. Now I gotta go 5 places, Keith.
Oh, snap. Hold on. I forgot a 0. Yeah, 2 0.
That's what you mean?
Yeah.
So then you want your comma there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We're good now. So 240,000. That's what you meant? Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So again, I'll just reiterate. It's a good idea just to kind of do this work somewhere else so you can kind of stretch out. All right, Africa, go ahead and do the next one.
Come on, Africa. Do it this way. Get all the silly.
Good stuff. Just be aware, a lot of your answers are going to be judged on where your decimal is and maybe commas, so you wouldn't have to overstate it, but just make sure that you it's visible enough. Okay.
Yeah, you do. You're like,
So we're good?
It's so like,
can you hear like what's going on in the background?
Yeah, that's why I'm going to play it for the conferences.